Hello out there, my beautiful souls. This is Dr. Destiny. I am about to get into a very hot topic. I think it's a very fascinating topic. I think it's a very interesting topic because a lot of people has been coming to my channel and watching this particular video right here called the Understanding the 12 Strands of DNA, which was a part of our ancestors' heritage. This is DNA activation. I'm going to briefly do a quick little video on this because this is a new year coming up just right around the corner, probably about another 5 or 6 days from now. And this has been in my heart to do this video. So I want you to get a good look at those 12 strands. And I'm going to explain something in this video a little more detail because I'm setting you up for the year of 2022 and I want to give you more information. Now I did this video, I think it was a year ago, around this time when I was setting people up for coming to understand a greater and higher self. So this year the Creator Universe is leading me back to do just a little bit add-on because I had listed some things that the Creator has already given me assignment to work on for the year of 2022. And my whole platform, though, people, you know what Dr. Destiny's whole platform is about the whole man. This is my assignment, this is my calling, and I know this is what he has been just steering me toward. Like I said, I don't care how far I try to get away from it and get into other topics and other subjects and things to that nature, he brings me right back here. So I know my calling, I know my assignment, I know my purpose, and I know the whole man in me has been awakened, has been restored. And so my assignment is to help you to awaken. It's to give you knowledge, information, wisdom, just get it out there to you so you can make that ultimate decision yourself to see if this is something that that you have been wondering about, or you have been thinking about, or you may be or have heard people talking about this, or maybe possibly the divine creator God himself has been dealing with you on this particular topic. But people, it's time to grow. You hear people always say, grow up. It's time to grow out. Grow out of those boxes of fears. Grow out of that boxes of, all those things that has held us back for many years. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm just going to give you a brief overall view. And I'm going to talk about the DNA activation. Now, I want to tell you a little story because I'm going to be talking to you about the 12 strands. I'm going to explain all that to you. And the video is called There's No Junk in My Trunk. I'll give you the rest of that video, okay? But anyway, lovely people, I thank you. And I want you to just sit right there. I'm going to go get set up. And I will be back. So we can dive deeper into this information. Tonight, just a brief setup. Just giving you a little something to think about. Laying some groundwork. So you can go out there and do the research on your own. So you can go out there and do the study, search, seek, ask. And the Creator will always bring information in front of you. He'll bring people in front of you. Knowledge is powerful. Knowledge is power. It's out there. It's all in front of you. But baby people, I'm calling you baby, my people, listen. It's applied knowledge that is powerful. So like the Creator God said, get wisdom, get knowledge, and with all that getting, get understanding. I want to fill your heart with whatever that He is bringing to you through this video. He wants to fill your heart. He wants to fill your desires. He wants to fill you, the whole man, to be completely restored to his perfect place of being. So I'm going, and I'm going to set this up, and I'll be right back. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this. Again, Dr. Destiny here, and she will be back in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back now. I'm just laying some groundwork. I am just getting you prepared for the new year that is just around the corner. People, I'm telling you, we can never grow, we can never achieve and accomplish our greater self until we know the real self, the true self, till we know where we come from, till we know our destiny, our journey, where it's taking us. We got to be about our Father's business, and He's preparing all this information for me to give to you all. I know there's a lot of teachers out there. I'm telling you, a whole lot of more teachers that can teach you in a further detail. But I'm giving you what He gives to me because this is the knowledge and the experiences that I have gone through over the last 7 years. I think I've been in this study, in this journey, trying to learn me. Because like I said, I've been lied to. I've been told all kinds of things through the matrix systems, the world systems, government systems, religion systems, education systems. I mean, everybody got a story. I had the ego to play with me all my life. I was broken. I was hurt. I've been in abusive relationships. I've been through a lot of things. I've been told I was this and I was that, and I was been told many times, you can't do this and you're not supposed to do that. But we gotta break the barriers, people. It's time to break the barriers. And I don't know why Dr. Destiny came here to talk about this. Let me get into this video. Just listen. Just listen. As I showed you earlier, the 12 strands, the DNA, it runs through our bodies, just like it runs from the base of our spine all the way up to the crown. Because once those 12 strands begin to run from your root chakra all the way up, it's unwinding around that cord of the kundalini, and it's beginning to awaken you to who you really are. Not the false you that the world has told that you are, not what the ego has been telling you all your life, and everybody else who has been telling you things that has been a deception, has been lies, it's not who the true you are. Those are your false self, the false person. That's not your true identity. So let's learn, let's be bold, let's be tenacious, let's be just hungry just to learn something. Don't just close everything off because I never heard it. People told me this was stupid. No, you gotta make a judgment, sound judgment for yourself. People, let me get into this. I'm gonna talk about those 12 strands. And this title is called, The Junk They Say That's in Your Trunk. It's actually, people, the energy healing of the whole man. The energy healing of the whole man. The DNA 12 string activation, they called it junk, people. They called it junk. They said 10 of them were junk. Only 2 of them were good. But that was a lie, people. That junk that they say that was in your trunk, it is actually the energy healing of the whole man. That 12 strands of DNA, that's the activation. Hey, we need to be on that wheel. We need to be on that wheel, moving, evolving to our greater, higher self. That's getting that knowledge, getting that wisdom, getting that understanding, that divine. He has already predestined for us to walk in, to live in. So let me tell you this. Listen, because you got to get ready if you're going to go into 2022. You're going to have to start getting ready. You're going to have to start walking away from a lot of things. You're going to have to start walking away from a lot of relationships, a lot of people, a whole lot of what people is telling you, and go out and start doing your own work. Now, people, find what works for your health. Find what works for you. Find out what works for yourself. And seriously, you gotta find out what works for your health. And then you're gonna have to put your best foot forward. Sometimes we have to step through some things that we're not quite sure of, but step out beyond the fear. Step out in your fear. And I guarantee you, when you're not thinking about it, you're just moving what is in front of you, you're daring. and you'll achieve that. Step out in your fear and do it when you're afraid, and you are guaranteed to accomplish that what you had started to do, but you withdrew away from it because of the fear. So find what works for you. Find what works for your health, and you put your best foot forward to achieve that, people. And I'm going to ask you this question. So the Bible said, whose report are you going to believe? They telling you that you'll never be well. You're always going to be sick. They tell you you will never be anything. They're telling you you'll never amount to anything. They're telling you that you'll never be healthy. You'll never be whole. You'll never be perfect. People always tell you you'll never be perfect. People, whose report will you believe? When it comes though to your DNA activation healing, tonight this video is on just to give you a little nuggets, a little shaking up, just a little something to think about. But I want to know whose report are you going to believe about the DNA activation. If you want to know more about the DNA activation, I do have other videos out there on that topic. There are so many scholars and teachers, I mean real true heart teachers that really spend nothing but time studying this. And you can just go out there and Google, go to YouTube, just Google, search, and you will get some powerful knowledge information talking about the DNA activation healing. So whose report are you going to believe when it comes to talking about your DNA activation healing? Let me ask you these questions. Will you turn to the medical doctor to get this information? Will you turn to acupuncture to get this kind of information about your DNA activation healing? Or will you turn to a DNA activator or spiritual healing? And I think that makes more sense. A DNA activator or spiritual healing, they will know more about that whole man, that DNA activation, your Kundalini experiences, your spiritual awakening. So here I am again. Hi, I'm telling you, I am Dr. Destiny. And what I do, I empower people, I encourage people, motivate people to search and find themselves. Find their life again, that whole man within them. The mind, the body, and the soul, my people. That is the place where the Creator has put purpose. It's already predestined for us to live in. So I also help people to live a better and a more fulfilling life with the access to everything, people. To all that magic that is inside of you, that magic that people say, oh no, you can't tamper with that, you can't deal with that. No. There's beauty, there's magic, there's a divine creator inside of you. It's magical, people, and ain't nothing wrong with magic. It's who we are. So that's what I do. I help people to live a better, a more fulfilling life with access to all the magic that is inside of them. So let me share with you what motivated me to follow this journey in studying the DNA activation. Let me tell you like this here. We gotta be real, people. Let me tell you like this. I was awakened by the divine higher power himself, because I know nothing about a spiritual awakening, or know nothing about DNA activation or Kundalini awakening or Kundalini energy. I know nothing about no chakras. Child, let me tell you, I know anything. I was just living life the way people say this is the way life got to be lived. I was living through the religion systems. I was living by the matrix system. I was just living through what other people said. But one day he caught a hold of me. I got something in my hair. And he began to wake me up, shaking me, said, Destiny, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, neither has it entered your heart, Destiny, neither has it entered your mind. All those things I have prepared for you. So I'm going to tell you what happened. I had a science teacher to tell me that we have 12 strands of DNA. It was over my head, but that's what they told me. And they told me that 2 of the 12 strands They were good strands. But the other 10 strands, it was junk, people. That's why I told you this video, people. Look, the junk they say that is in your trunk, people, it's actually the energy healing of the whole man that's within you, your mind, your body, and your soul. Those 12 strands, DNA activation. It's not junk, people. But this is what my science teacher told me. Told me that two other strands were only the good ones, and the other 10 were just junk. And you know what happened, people? That thing stayed in my mind all my life, everywhere I went. And I got to searching, I got to studying, I got to thinking about it. But it literally, people, they called it junk. So you know what that thought and those words that teacher placed in my spirit, because I allowed that to go into my spirit, it just stayed with me and it followed me throughout my entire life. And then I figure out, because I started doing a whole lot of researching. I started doing a whole lot of studying. I mean, I did not ask a lot of people because I began to see things in a totally different light than what I had been taught by my parents, by my church, my pastors, and my education system. So I feel like I can't go tell these people what all this I'm saying because they're going to think I'm stupid. I don't fell on a rock and split my head. But it stayed with me. So I started doing searching and studying and going through research and going through seminars and things that with this type of teaching. And so I can learn, people. Knowledge is powerful. It's out there. So it followed me through all my life. And then I figured out all this through studying many spiritual practices, that our DNA is actually multidimensional. We people are multidimensional beings. So, let me take it again. Those 10 strands that they call junk, they are not junk. It makes up the whole man, people. It makes up the whole man. 10 plus 2, 12. It's all there. It makes up the whole man. It is definitely not junk. People, what they are energy. And we have this energy field within us. That's why the 12 chakras, they're all energy. The major chakras, all the chakras running inside your body, even outside of your body, they are all energy fields. Energy magnetic fields that's in us, people. They're not junk. This DNA energy, it can heal people through physical illnesses, through diseases, through broken relationships, and it's just so much more, people. But however, you have to be willing to let go of what you know, because sometimes it's hard to let go of the things that we know, because this is all we know, this is all we have been taught. And we get comfortable with what we just been taught, that we don't take the time out to go find out on our own. Is this true? Is this right? Is this possibly could be a false, or could it be the reality? You know, we don't ask questions. We just settle because my pastor said so. My mom and daddy told me so. My teachers told me so. Because of the government, the president, whoever, they told me so. Then what are you listening to? Do you hear the voice of the divine creator? What is he telling you? What is true, people? Listen, the DNA energy can heal people through physical illnesses, diseases, broken relationships, and like I said, there is so much more. However, you have to be willing to let go of what you don't know. And it may take several sessions for the restructure method to work. And if it doesn't, then unique gifts could be unlocked within inside of you. And you will discover your true self. That's when the spiritual awakening begins. You're going to start knowing the true self and not the false self. There's not been one strand, people, of that 12D activation that has been lost. I'm telling you, there has not been one strand lost in the DNA activation. And all 12 strands, people, they are still working actively up to this day within our bodies. and it shifts your energy and your vibration dramatically. I want you to know that. So you start attracting the things to you that maybe you have been seeking for, and for the things that you have wanted for so many years, you begin to start seeking. Like I said, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open unto you. Seek and you shall find. All those things that you have been desiring, that you have been wanting, and now you're going to start attracting these things to you. So you seek, as I said, and then you're going to find it. Trust me, it will. The Bible says that. The increasing interest in DNA activation from the past several years, it has become a trend. Yes, it has become a trend. It's increasing. More people now are waking up. More people are learning things that they have never been told. And a lot of people's confused because they are not out there getting the information of teaching, and they're afraid a lot of times to go to people and ask questions because people think that, hey, you're going outside of what you have been taught by religion and by your parents. So the increasing interest in DNA activation for the past several years is a trend that will continue as humans unlock more of the secrets of their divine blueprint. And it is now time to know more about your real makeup, that real self. Not who the ego has defined you, not who the world system has defined you, or the matrix system that lock you into their confines, churches, teachers, pastors, education systems. No. You're going to know more about your real makeup as you're going to go deeper and study into the practice of learning your higher grade of conscious self. And then you will have to have the ability, though, to shift your state of consciousness more quickly. And that comes to the point where letting go of things that no longer serve you. A growing number of people, though, they have become aware of processes to shift their DNA energetically. And that is a good thing. That's what we want to do in the year of 2022. Learning how to be aware, to become consciously aware of the shift, so you can shift your DNA energetically, so you can keep evolving, moving and transcending, like I said, going from dimensionals to another dimension and to a higher dimension till you reach the top of your crown. Now, in this accelerated times of the 21st century, this new energetic DNA can work and can benefit so many people. And I say new because since then, although it is new, it is a new mortality, but not really a new concept, people. It is an example, though, of the ancient wisdom that our ancestors, they have taught us through the years, that has been locked and hid for years away from us. It's just ancient wisdom made relevant, and it's made applicable in this modern day times. And so we got so much now that knowledge is out there, people. It's everywhere you turn, there is knowledge. Don't say, hey, that's not true because I never heard it. It's not true because nobody ever told me, nothing like that. Knowledge is power. It's out there. The Bible says this. Listen. Bible says, I will restore to you the years that the locust hath eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, the palmer worm, my great army which I sent among you. And that was Job chapter 2, verse 25. So all that knowledge and wisdom and all who we are, that our ancestors, they have been told that they cannot pass this information down, and they are being threatened and beaten, and they've been told things that will happen. That's information that we have been trying to get for many years, and it's out there now. And the Creator wants to restore that to us. He wants to bring back the whole person, the whole man. And that is all in Genesis chapter 1 and chapter 2. And I will restore. That's what the Creator God said. I will restore to you the years that the locust have eaten, the cankerworm, the caterpillar, and the palmer worm, He said, my great army which I sent among you. Check out Job chapter 2, verse 25. So I'm almost done, and I would say, just go out and do your own study. Now, you can expect the following positive changes in DNA activation. You can expect this, and I want you to prepare yourself for this, because those who are ready to awaken, those who are ready to go to the next level, the next dimensional, those who are ready to move from your root chakra all the way up to the major chakras to your crown, then you're ready, then you need to hear this information. You can expect following positive changes with DNA activation. I'm going to give you a list and I'll be out of here, okay? On this list, the first thing is more awareness and expanded consciousness. Number 2, right intuition and perception. Number 3, increased energy level and confidence. Number 4, improved memory and contentment. Number 5, increased sense of vitality and the zest for life. Number 6, better understanding of one's path in life. Number 7, clearing of limited beliefs and patterns, some held for lifetimes. Number 8, deep emotional releases and clearer insights about people and situations. Number 9, resolution of relationships difficulties. Number 10, increased ability to come from the heart, to love self and to love others. And then number 11, ability to more easily let go of painful patterns. And the 12th one is this, longevity, and your kids will have better genes. Go back and replay, go back and replay, go back and replay, and you get those positive changes with your DNA activation, because you're going to need to know this and experience this so you can move on out of the year of 2021 and go on moving to your greater higher self in the year of 2022 and make that spiritual awakening the best thing that could ever happen. You can live your best life and become the true self. Knowing who you are is the best gift that you can give yourself. So, conclusion. Researchers have captured videos showing how pieces of DNA once thought to be junk and useless can act as an on or off switches for genes. These pieces of DNA activation are part of over 90% of the genetic material that are the genes. Researchers also now know that this junk DNA that they once said it was junk, can't tell me, ain't no junk in my trunk. This is mine, this is me, this is the whole person, this is my mind, this is my body, this is my soul, this makes up the whole man. It's not junk. That's your energy source, your energy force, your energy power within you, within that DNA activation. It makes up your whole man. It makes up the whole person that who we created you to be. So researchers now know that this junk DNA, it contains most of the information that can turn on or off genes. But how these segments of DNA called enhancers, it find and activate a target gene in the crowded environment of a cell's nucleus, and it's not well understood. So just know this, people, that there is no junk in your trunk. It's your energy. It's the whole man. It's who the Creator has predestined for you to be in your beginning of your life when you first was in your mother's womb. Baby, you don't have junk in you. You got all 12 strands and they are working actively, but you got to give it a little help, because you got to help yourself to gain this information and this knowledge and go after it and stop settling for being just enough. You are more than enough. Stop settling for, okay, this is all you can get. No. break the barriers, break those generation curses and go all the way. You take back what the enemy has stolen from you. Creator God said, I want to do a new thing in you because he's ready to restore it. Are you ready? 2022, the year of 2022, he wants to give it to you. But those who are willing and ready to submit and receive it and who go after him and thirst and righteous for all that he has, they're going to be the one that get it. Don't be the one that left behind. Study the DNA activation, the 12 strands, okay? And then, like I said, this just lays some groundwork. I'm going to see you guys at the next video. Dr. Destiny is out of here right now. Check out the series of videos that I do have on my channel. It's about 800, probably 50, 60 some videos. And I have videos out there already talking about DNA activation, spiritual awakening, Kundalini awakening. I have videos out there that's talking about the third, fourth, and fifth dimensional levels. There's out there, and if you can't get it from me, baby, go get it. Whoever that you can get it from. If you don't receive anything from me, find somebody out there. There's somebody for everybody. There's a teacher for everybody out there. I may not be your teacher, but I can give you my story, I can give you my experiences, I can share all that, and I can share my journey with you. And I hope you'll be able to do the same. I'm gonna see you at the next video. I'm gonna see you in the year of 2022, being your best and your greater and your higher self. Whew. This is gonna be exciting. Study to show yourself approved. Study. Go back and do all the research you can find. Just go and get all the knowledge, get information, get it all. The Creator has it for you. I mean, exhaust everything there is. I mean, you will not grow until you learn to submit yourself to the knowledge that he has poured out there into the computers, to websites, and to the libraries, and to people's hearts, and to people's teaching, and to training schools, whatever. If you're not willing to accept that and you just shut it all, hey, you stop growing. Bye. I'm going to see you in the next video.